You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, and streaming live on Ustream, this is AFTERBUZZ TV for Saturday Night Live. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest SNL news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, picking up where the show leaves off and the buzz continues, it's AFTERBUZZ TV for Saturday Night Live.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Saturday Night Live the next day. Welcome to the AFTERBUZZ TV podcast. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's so nice to be with you guys within, 17, 18 hours after the show.
Yeah.
Nice little change.
Fresh. Right in the front of the mind.
Right there. Nice that you, so fresh you can still smell it.
Is that what that was?
That's what that is.
Oh,
If you take a big
I
whiff,
was wondering.
that's SNL.
Okay.
We are here. I'm Mario Hernandez, as always, with my new best friends, my new besties.
Well, that's right. Matthew Kyle.
Yeah. Graham High.
Yeah.
Graham,
it.
how high?
Sky High.
Sky high.
Sky high.
We got to come up with a cool.
Kyle means river in Swedish. How rivery?
Yeah.
How deep is your river?
There you go. Kyle deep.
Kyle Deep.
Kyle Deep.
So there I was, Kyle Deep in her. And, all right. Well,
Bring it up
we're
a
here to
bit.
talk about.
We'll work on
We'll work on that one.
That's where the next 45 minutes is going to be.
That's where we're just gonna. So tweet us if you can to come up with a new nickname for Matthew Kyle.
Please do. Please do.
We are. You know what? We got to change that.
Wow.
Oh, that's my
is that you?
computer. Sorry,
Oh,
that's us.
man.
That was us 10 seconds ago on the delay. But we got to change that that little banner or whatever at the top of the show because we are not streaming live on Ustream anymore. We are on AfterBuzzTV.com.
Good call.
If you're watching us
Brand new
live.
website.
That's right. And
Check it
and
out.
it's hot.
It's beautiful.
You can see all of my pimples
HD.
in HD.
Yeah. Can you do that old-fashioned soft focus on me? Like
So it
that
looks
they
like a
did in-
TNT movie.
Yeah. Can we get some
Put your
makeup
hands
in
in for
here,
it.
maybe? We turn into divas. The moment we get our own website, we're divas now. But Zooey Deschanel was the host last night.
Zoe.
What'd you think?
I love you.
Well, I love you too.
Oh,
but
I
what'd you
meant
think of
Zoe.
Zoe?
I was trying to connect to camera, but I lost it.
You got lost in
Well,
my
because
eyes.
I know she's listening. She was waiting for that.
Yeah,
so.
Zoe, please, if you're out there listening, please tweet us.
see you tonight, hon.
Call us. I'll see you tonight at the after
Single lady.
party. And yeah, Zooey Deschanel was hosting with Carmen, of course, musical guest, internet sensation.
Carmen.
What? Yeah.
I like a fast rap in the way that she sounds.
That's very good.
Thank you. Thank you.
But that's it. But that's all you got.
Well,
She had a
I
whole
mean,
thing.
Yeah, well, we have a short show.
Right.
And she's kind of cute.
She
and
could probably
white.
do the whole show. She could probably rap the whole show.
Yeah.
I think she
The whole
could.
SNL in
I was
5
not ready
minutes.
for that. When she was doing the first song, I
Yeah.
liked it. I was feeling it. And then all of a sudden she speed rapped. And I was like, oh. I was in love. Then I was hoping she'd go back to it. Never did until the next song,
Until the
of
second
course.
song, yeah.
But
So now, had you seen them? We'll talk about that when we get to the musical.
Yeah.
disc, But that's their shtick, and it's they're engaged. I think the two of them. They're a couple.
oh, is that right?
Yeah.
They shared a snuggle at the end of the song. I thought it was just like job well
they
done
More than
snuggle.
that. Yeah. No, that was a we did it, baby snuggle.
Nice.
I don't
Gonna
know.
make it
I'm
after
not
all.
into snuggling, so I don't know.
Such a man.
But we, of course, begin with very sad news. Tragedy out of Beverly Hills. As everyone knows, of course, the death of two-time SNL musical guest, Whitney Houston. And I had a very strange... so I actually went to the store with my girlfriend, and we turned on KCRW, which, for those of you that don't know outside of the LA area, KCRW.org is one of the best radio stations, I think, in the whole country, with a lot of crazy kind of stuff that you don't hear on the radio. And they were playing I Will Always Love You. And so right away we knew something was wrong because KCRW plays mostly under the radar stuff.
Right.
Alternative artists or up and coming bands, DJs, electronica, hip hop, really deep stuff. And for them to be playing a song that was #1 worldwide, at first I actually didn't even realize it was the radio station. So my girlfriend changed it.
You thought it was one of your old tapes?
That was her car. It was her car. I
okay.
should have asked her what
Who
she was
switched
doing.
to CD2?
What's my Love Jam CD doing in the car?
Their egg on my
Baby.
face.
That's our baby making CD. What's it doing in here? No, but yeah. So I realized that something was amiss, and I actually made her go back. I was like, wait, no, go back if it's on KCRW. And the first thing I said, just instinctively, I was like, did she die? And then we were trying to figure out. We're like, did terrorists take over the station?
Because that's the second logic: death and then terrorism.
Right. Terrorists have taken over and now want to play nothing but number one 90s love ballads.
That's right.
And then, of course, they announced that she had indeed died just a few hours before, and you know, that's crazy. The whole internet news cycle and you know how fast it was and how they didn't cancel the party. They were like, all right, let's just party on.
The party that was in the same hotel.
Right.
You know,
Yeah,
it wasn't like a
Just-
block away. It was like downstairs.
It was
So
yeah, she's on the 4th floor.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're in the ballroom.
it wasn't like, did you hear what happened? It's like, did you hear what happened upstairs?
Yeah, it's a shame.
Yeah.
Let's go get some shrimp cocktail.
Exactly.
Let's go talk about
That
the
is high
shrimp
class.
cocktail.
Shrimp cocktail.
I guess if you is that what they serve? I don't know. I don't go to these parties.
Oh.
I just assume.
I'll take you sometime. It's nice.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Zoe, we're gonna take Mario.
Stop that. Is she in that camera?
She's standing behind the
Zoe, if
camera.
you're watching, I'm older than he is. For what it's worth.
Less energetic is what he's getting at.
Exactly, which means you can be as adorable as you want. So what do you guys think overall? Zooey Deschanel, Saturday Night Live host. I know expectations were high, right? Because
Yeah.
we're all like it's kind of impossible to not. I mean, you have to have a cold, black, cynical.
Why are you looking at me, man?
Because.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I've seen you at rock bottom, Graham, and I know that you got like.
I just got pure whiskey in this glass right here.
Yeah. Remember that time you said you wanted to go over to Disneyland and do that thing?
Blow it up.
That's the thing, right?
And that's how the
terrorism.
FBI showed up at the AFTERBUZZ studios. No, you got to be cold to not be somewhat charmed by Zooey Deschanel with her
Agreed.
big Betty Boop
Yeah.
eyes and her. So what do you guys think? How did she do on hosting wise?
I've had a big crush on her for a long time.
How long? What was the first thing you noticed her in?
I think it was Almost Famous.
Wow, that is a long time. That is.
Yeah,
Look at you.
Remind me again who she was in Almost Famous.
She was the one that was Kate Hudson.
She was the older sister. She was like a stewardess. She was adorable.
She was the older sister.
Yeah.
Yes.
But she was just like, oh, okay. And I think she popped up here and there, but I guess Elf was like really when I was like, wait, she's
Yes.
not. Yeah, she's just not some girl coming and going. Yeah.
Singing in the shower.
Oh,
you know?
okay.
That's what I meant,
Yes,
bang.
yeah. Oh, that's right. Yes.
Yeah.
I thought that was the thought that popped into your head.
Oh,
I thought.
it probably was.
It probably was.
Let's be honest.
Will Ferrell in
that was
tights.
50% Zoe, 50% Graham's eyes on that one. So
See, folks, that's why it pays to be watching us live on AfterBuzz TV as opposed to
good
the
looking
podcast, because then you
guys,
can see
too.
the eyes, the twinkle, the late Sunday evening sunset in
Yeah.
the valley of our eyes. Okay, so Elf, and then 500 Days of Summer, right?
I've
You still
avoided
haven't
that
seen
one.
it? Okay.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe.
Oh, I
will.
love that movie. It's a great movie.
good.
It's good, great soundtrack. Good movie. It's not your typical. It's definitely not. You know, if you're not into your typical romantic comedies, that's the one for you because it's not typical in any
It
sense.
seems
of
like
the
I would
word.
dig it. Yeah. I've always had a love-hate, I guess, like with most people around our age, where it's when something's really hipster or really cool and also alternative cool, I don't know which way to go.
What? That's not shocking.
Yeah. It was like, okay, I will probably like 500 Days of Summer, but I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna sit down and watch this movie
Yes.
and confirm to myself that I am just part of this, this generation or something like
Right.
that.
Yeah.
It was like, I want to stand outside, but just know I'm like, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, he's a cool guy. I can't hate him.
So we're gonna be running a contest here on AfterBuzz TV. If there's a nice lady out there that would like to watch 500 Days of Summer with Graham, we're gonna run that contest
Please.
here. So tweet us if you'd like at AfterBuzzTV.com or tweet. Is it just Graham High or I am
Graham High.
It's
Just
Graham
Graham
High.
High, the tweets.
Cinemario.
Yeah.
Matthew's not on the Twitter.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
And in the 2 days since we've had our conversation,
this
have you?
this is my way of rebelling against society. He
Oh,
has
okay.
his, I have mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I could, I just,
Chaos reigns supreme here, folks. At the
We're
AfterBuzz TV.
A bunch of nonconformists
Yeah.
talking about what's on popular
Contrarian.
television.
Yeah. Exactly. But we watch Saturday Night Live, right? Nothing says anti-conformity than watching a show
Rage
that's been
Against the
on for
Machine.
40 years. Yeah. So what were some of your guys' favorite sketches? I'm sorry, Matthew. Actually, I didn't ask you. When did you first notice Zooey? Since you now know her.
You know what? Yes Man. Yes Man. The Jim Carrey feature. I'm a huge Jim Carrey fan.
Liar,
so.
Liar 2.
Liar, Liar 2.
Liar,
I
Liar
used
2.
to call it, Liar, Liar Light.
Yeah.
And I noticed her in that. A little bit more
right.
quirky than I'm into.
Right.
But I have a good friend who is diehard in love with her. Recently worked on the show, New Girl.
Ooh.
And just doesn't stop talking about it.
Yeah.
So he was pumped this week. Heard about it 3 times.
Is she a pleasure? Is she as sweet in real life as she seems?
He said he was doing a scene that was involving the gentleman in like a poker situation, so he said that he just saw her in passing, but I think he hovered when he told me that in midair for about 5 seconds. So I think
he
it was
levitated
special.
and was like,
Yeah, he was like, oh.
Did his legs do the little cartoon flip? as
He did
went
that,
up?
following the smell lines.
Yeah.
You know, through the air.
Pepe Le Pew. Very
So,
nice.
but I would get. You know, I'd have to say, like you said earlier, expectations were high, but at least a B+, it picked up.
Yes.
You know, and
well,
as we got through the
I
sketches.
mentioned this earlier that this was one of the rare instances where I thought, because normally they put the best sketches at the top of the show, and I thought it started off kind of weakly, and then it really picked up steam, and then had some genuine, hardcore laugh out loud moments for me, which which
totally.
I think is
Doesn't
rare.
happen all the time.
Doesn't happen all the time.
At the weaker part, which was kind of in the middle.
Yeah,
You know.
but it was nice to kind of stay involved, and then it had some nice surprises. Former Academy Award winner and Academy Award nominee was on the show.
Yeah,
we had some great imitations, great sketches. So for you guys, what was the stuff that really stood out for you? What is the one that you will take away and always be like, oh, that was really enjoyable?
You know, I think I'm gonna have to say. I think the thing that'll stick with me the most will be the Nick Cage on Nick Cage. You know,
That was a
just
nice
because
surprise.
and it's been done. You know, the Jerry Seinfeld to Jimmy Fallon, Jerry Seinfeld to Jerry Seinfeld. So
When De Niro and Pesci showed up on the Joe Pesci show.
exactly, which was great too. So it's always fun to see that. And Nick Cage
Sarah Palin, of
amazed
course.
me.
Yeah.
But Nick Cage was so funny.
He was
And-
great.
and he was just sticking with it, and he just had his
He
line
was
of
stone
sight.
cold.
Yeah.
There's a moment
But-
now. I watched it again today. There's a moment where he cracks a smile and then he catches himself because it's almost like his inner actor says, "Oh yeah, I want to be." And it wasn't even that he was angry. He was stone faced, right? He's just one of those. So that made it even funnier when he turns and he's like, "I don't know what you're talking." Like he's like genuinely not perplexed, but he's kind of just like, "Hey man, I don't see that. I don't get it. I don't get it."
Doesn't
exactly.
exist.
Oh, at the end, I know what you're talking
So
about.
for him to do that stone face, and there's a moment, I forget what it was, where he delivers his line. It's not even in reaction to anything, but it's kind of like he lets himself have fun, and you can see his mouth like curl into a smile, and then he catches himself, and then he brings back to stone face.
Right.
Just staring out into the distance. And there's one like really huge applause line that Andy Samberg got, and he kind of like looks into the audience like, seriously? Like I don't know what you guys are talking about. I'm not the weirdo that's portrayed here.
But he's like a meme right now. I guess that everyone he's the go-to laugh at him, but still like him in a way.
I told my friend earlier today, he's our Sam Jackson, referring to R as white people. He's our Sam Jackson. He's willing to do bad movies,
Right.
but you always enjoy him, and you can't really hate him, and he kind of just does his thing. And sometimes he's in a really good one, and you appreciate it.
Right.
But when he's in a bad one, you still watch it.
He's never boring.
No,
I've never been
he
bored.
is never
Right.
boring.
Right.
That is
Or at
that is
least
a great way to put
baffled.
it.
So have you seen Ghost Rider?
I saw the first one in theaters.
Did you now?
I told you, I mentioned before. I've been
He liked
in Nick
Legroom
Cage.
a lot, so that's why he
Yeah.
picked that
Yeah.
movie. He's like, I'll go see that. I can put my feet up.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not proud of my movie choices in the past. I will probably not see this next one in the movie theater. I've kind of exited that range of paying $14 to see a movie. Ironically,
That is to say that's you've exited now that you're on national internet coverage. You're like, now that people will know that I'm the guy that's going to see Ghost Rider
paid
on the
my
first
dues.
night.
Maybe that'll be part of the contest. Let's have
yeah.
the date take you to Ghost Rider 2.
All right, folks. So the winner of the I want to get with Graham High. So let's do hashtag on Twitter.
It may shut down Twitter servers.
Graham date with Graham High will be the hashtag. And for anybody that guy or girl who sends it in, it's not a romantic date. It's just good company.
Well, you know what? Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
We're
pierce
California.
anybody with those eyes.
That's
so.
true.
I know that is true.
With those
There he
eyes,
goes again.
plus you never know. Somebody might have, a sister, a coworker,
A connection.
a connect, some sort of connect.
I turn straight dudes gay for me, just specifically.
There you go. So
it's
guys,
just a
so
danger.
even if you're not romantically inclined, but you want to win a date with Graham High, remember date with hashtag date with Graham High. We're gonna hook you up and get you to go see Ghost Rider 2, Spirit of Vengeance.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm gonna throw in the soundtrack to 500 Days of Summer. It's gonna be a burn CD, but
let's do it.
we're gonna
I
do
got
that.
a
But I've seen your penmanship, so it's almost better than a cover.
I'm gonna handwrite, and I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna handwrite all the titles.
It's
so that way
literally
you know.
calligraphy, 5 colors, gang. We're
It's
talking
gonna be-
serious
so
business.
that itself is probably worth something.
Yeah. You'll get something out of it.
Yeah. So Nick Cage was nice. What about you, Graham? What
I mean, I
stuck
think
out with you?
the big one for me was the being quirky, and I think we mentioned
man.
before, but
that was great.
yeah, that's for me that's the most solid one. Where and I was talking, was it Friday, about the adorkable, and that's kind of what I was hoping for, really making fun of, quirky, adorkable, this new trend, the manic pixie dream girl kind of thing. It was pretty hilarious.
Well, that's the failing of the opening sketch, which I think nobody was really crazy about, the Romney one.
Yeah.
You got to take. We know the joke. Now take the joke one step further. So rather than have it be Zooey Deschanel is quirky, it's Zooey Deschanel is quirky, too quirky to have her own show, and her weirdo friends come and visit. So Mitt Romney is a robot or is boring or whatever. Great.
Yeah, let's fill out. Let's get some other
put him-
characters.
Yeah,
Let's,
and
you
what
know.
I suggested, I think a week or two ago, is I said, put him like on a suicide hotline where we need someplace where we need his warmth, where he
Right.
needs to be human or else.
Yeah, that'd be great. Put him in a circumstance that's just
stakes.
humorous.
He's like, hey, where are you from? How much do you weigh?
Exactly.
Are you French Canadian? Have him.
Life has no meaning.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, hey. Well, that's
You independent?
I'm trying to change that. That's under Obamacare. That's you feel that way, but you vote for me and you're gonna feel better about yourself or something.
Yeah.
Something besides a dog 4 minutes in that you're not sure what it's doing. That was
crazy.
I think the dogs
baffling.
are taking over Hollywood because between the artist dog and the dog in beginners, and I think whoever's a doggy agent in Hollywood right now is making big bucks.
Is it CAA of the dogs or something like
DAA,
that?
I think.
DAA.
Doggy agency, artist agency. So I liked, I liked the Clint Eastwood making
Yeah, that was
fun
a lot
of
of fun.
the Super Bowl stuff. It's the third quarter, America. It's and then they went and then they didn't do the same thing, which was nice. You know,
Right.
they did the three beats of third quarter. The game's over. The game ended 2 hours ago. And then he ends up doing the blow your hair back Trojan. Which have you seen those? Have you seen these
Yes.
commercials? Okay, see
With
three
the,
guys.
the tint like you like. On
Yeah,
those
yeah.
commercials.
Yeah.
Low
Soft focus.
budge.
Yep. Yeah, see ladies and gentlemen, that's three men who watch late night cable.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is when that's on. We're watching reruns of South Park at 1:30 in the morning, and
Just
refuse to go to sleep.
Trying to remember where my life went.
Exactly, but promising that tomorrow is the day that I'm going to finish that screenplay.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it.
I had to laugh about the Clint Eastwood because by the time they got to the second one,
Yeah.
I wrote in my notes, I was like, now he's sounding like Christian Bale in Dark Knight. Just
Oh,
like
did
him.
you?
And,
And
then
then
the third time they come back and they paid the joke, and I
Batman.
was like, more power to you. I'll take that off the notes.
Yeah, that's, I'm a genius. Wait, no, I'm not.
Yeah, exactly.
I really enjoyed the sight gag with the pants.
Yes.
They
Yeah.
keep it
They're
really
like the
close.
Mexicans. I've had it up to here.
And they do the wide shot.
Like the crotch and those things went all the way
yeah.
down.
Yeah.
An impressive upholstery job on those pants.
Yeah, that was. Now, did you guys watch? You guys watch the Super Bowl or?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So you saw the original commercial and when it came out. You know who directed that commercial? David Gordon Green.
Oh, nice.
Who did The Sitter and some other of those.
All the
some
Real
of
Girls, Pineapple Express.
That's right, Pineapple Express. There you go. Does some work on Eastbound and Bound, Eastbound and Down, which is coming up soon. Great show. Yeah, so that was really good stuff.
I didn't realize he did that.
Yeah. It was. Yeah, at first, I actually thought it was Clint Eastwood that directed it because
Yeah.
Which, by the way, what happened? What is it about grizzled old men? Because now, do you guys watch Luck? Does anybody here watch
No.
Luck? So on it, Nick Nolte plays Nick Nolte, which is a set, he's got to tell you, and he plays like this crazy old man who's like a horse trainer, and he just kind of sits in the corner talking to the horses, and the horses are.
Even the
So
horses are like, oh,
it's just like,
don't do another take. Let's move on.
just spit it out already. So what is it about old men that when they get gravelly?
I think they just completely give up. There's
They
just,
don't
I
wanna
think there's a
talk?
point where you're just like, I can do without sex. And you just give up on life.
America.
And you're just like,
Your vocal cords are just taking a nap.
But it
all
hurts.
day.
After a while, it hurts. So and I've always wondered that about Christian Bale when he does, the Batman. That's gotta. We're gonna do one podcast one week where it's just the gravelly old guys. We're gonna have Clint Eastwood, or no, we'll do The Dark Knight. I want to do Nick Nolte because I didn't feel like I got him down.
Who's the other
I can do
guy?
him. We're just
I
gonna do
did
three.
Charles Neston.
You
Damn dirty ape.
Hey, Charlie.
I'll just moan while I grip my stomach in the corner. And
Who's
go
that?
from there. I think that's an alcoholic. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a
I'm gonna
specific
be
character.
my granddad.
Gonna be my 7th grade basketball coach.
The
Hey, Ron.
shout out to Rod. I enjoyed the 40 News slapstick comedy bit. However,
Yeah.
it stopped like literally like it just hit
Dead
a wall.
center. Well,
Right.
I thought you were talking about the end of the sketch.
Right,
which
no,
is
that's what
just
I
like,
meant.
"Nope."
Yeah, it just came to just full stop.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, oh
Just
yeah,
cut to the exterior and okay, we're out.
yeah, because she said, I really don't understand. Hey, you guys are on cocaine. All right, thanks so much. I'm gonna fit in. There was like no button, no nothing. There was
No,
like
yeah, it
no
was just-
attempt at
yeah.
it. Just like, "Brr."
We're just gonna be okay with the circumstances that we weren't okay with a minute ago.
Yeah.
And then move on.
and then stopped, which is weird because we talked about also, the amount of money that they've put into like the sets because that looked great.
Yeah.
The crab sketch, which is
Wow.
a big question mark, and we're
Wow.
hoping that if we ever get guests, a guest writer, maybe that'll be the first question. Be like the crab sketch.
Yeah.
What the hell happened?
Crab is a funny word though. As they were
Yes.
saying, I was like, the only thing that's making me smile is how many times they say crab. But it's not it's still torture in a way. But
Yeah, I have that.
crabs.
Yeah, I mean, I get you. You thought there was something more there. I just don't think there was, and I have that itching feeling that Kristen Wiig, and I love her. She's my favorite. And
Do you think she wrote it?
I think she did, and I think it's because you get to that level, she's gonna have a little bit more pull in their writer's room and stuff like that about what they let go a little farther. And I think at some point, people had to be on board with it. Obviously, maybe it was an inside joke thing that they got onto, but.
Yeah, There's no
just-
indication on the internet who or what.
No, it usually takes a little while, but that stuff kind of becomes posted on like a writer's website where you can see,
I guess because is that a reference maybe to because there was a sketch back in November where Andy Samberg turns into a dolphin and gives Kristen Wiig crabs. Now is that in a digital short?
No, I remember that one.
Oh no, this is during the SNL's Greek Gods. No, it is. It looks like it's a digital short. I don't know. I don't know what's going. Yeah.
There was,
I think that's a
there's
mystery.
there's nothing to like there.
yeah.
No, except the sets. We like the sets.
Yeah.
It's a very nice picnic.
I was like, yeah, it looks
Yeah, the
good.
set was great. Yeah.
Maybe it's something
Having,
that
yeah.
That's
would
like when
be
you go to
funny
the
in a
theater and you
room.
say like, "Oh, how was the play? Good costumes.
Good costume.
Costumes were amazing.
Lighting design
was pretty.
exquisite.
Was spot on. Yeah.
Good food in the concessions.
Yeah.
So overall, I mean, good for impressions, right? It was a good show for impressions again. Our boy Jay Farrow, which by the way, I just saw. Jay Farrow is actually the youngest cast member on there, so I think it'll be a while before they let him. He's 24.
okay.
He's a young guy. He was not really much of. He had one line in the crab sketch that was like, "I'm hungry."
I haven't eaten all day.
Oh, come on.
Which was like, one of 8 lines on people who were all saying the same thing.
yeah,
like, when's it
exactly.
coming?
When's
I
it?
would like it.
I skipped lunch to get this.
Yeah, and you're like, okay, we get it.
But so you were saying the Piers Morgan. So let's a big shout out though to what's his name,
Tyrion Killam.
What? Taron Killam.
Yes.
Taron Killam. Yes, who's
Taron
a Culver City native. I said
Culver City?
I live in Culver City, so that was cool for me.
Groundling as well.
Yes, that's right. So he's a solid dude, and he's done great. He did the Michael Cera impression.
Yeah, which was really fun.
Which was great, right?
Yeah.
He did the Mickey.
like a
It was
Mickey
Mickey
Mouse.
Mouse. It was Mickey Mouse, right?
It was Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
But everything else was spot on, so
Yeah.
it was still very enjoyable.
The mouth and the kind of the way he was holding it was really, I mean,
Yeah.
spot on. It was really dead on. But you're saying that the Piers Morgan. Now I've watched the show a few times, and I don't think it's like stuck out in my head because he doesn't necessarily have any specific tics. This could be one of those where I feel like, kind of like what Dana Carvey did with President Bush back in the day, that he's just sort of the mannerisms, and then you blow them out and make
Take it
them,
and change it. Will
yeah.
Ferrell, George Bush.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So I mean, it was
Yeah, and maybe that's what he was going for secretly. It didn't resonate with me. I had just watched
You'd-
some of the
you'd been
Whitney
watching it
coverage.
all day,
Yeah,
yeah.
the Whitney coverage right before that. So when I was watching it, it was fresh in my mind. He was just missing the boat. Again, he was really high. Again, I don't know if that's something he's going for with all these characters. Like, hey, let's blow
So
him
you
out
mean-
and bring him high. But
you
it
mean
was high.
the voice itself, like the
Yeah.
pitch of the voice.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Piers is much low. He's there. He's a much lower register than he was playing it. He was playing it really high. And then with that stuttering thing,
Right.
which I was like, maybe that was just a gag they wrote in, and then they're like, okay, let's 3-beat it and put it 3 times,
Yeah, yeah.
and build on that joke. But it doesn't exist in his delivery at all. He never stutters. He's a very, clear, concise talker when I've
Right.
seen him. So, yeah, that one
Is
kind of
he an
missed.
actual newsman or journalist,
Yeah, I
or is he
think
just a guy with
He
an
used
English
to be the
accent?
head of the world, not the world. One of the Globe,
tabloids or
the
whatever,
Mail,
and-
or,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
His English background.
So I know he was on that X Factor or something like that as well.
No, what was
Or-
it? America's Got Talent. That
Oh,
was
okay.
his. Maybe he was on X Factor in like wherever, London.
My casual acquaintance with Piers Morgan is like, I have a hard time actually taking him seriously as a voice of reason outside of him just being a well-dressed Englishman. Like,
And I could get that. If you watch the show, I mean, he's a talented interviewer. He's been doing it for a long time. You can
Right.
tell he's very polished. He understands what he's doing. Not a lot about, I mean, he's taken over for Larry King. So,
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
he's kind of
Wow.
filling that hole too, where he wants to be edgy, but they're like, yeah, let's put the brakes on this a little bit. So, the times I've watched the show.
Yeah, he's the former editor of the Mirror.
Yeah, The
and he
Mirror.
also launched First News, a weekly paper aimed at 7 to 14-year-olds in England.
Good.
So
Because that
Getting to read.
demographic needs a voice. I think.
they do.
I think we were all discussing that
don't
before.
parents suck?
I actually had
Exactly.
my 7-year-old nephew the other day was like, "There's nothing I can read. I'm over picture books," and I said, "Well, now I can tell him.
They need
move to
they need-
England."
yeah. Newspaper in schools, right? Like a school newspaper. That'd be a
We
good
used to,
idea.
didn't. I feel like we used to have that.
Yeah, that seems like something.
I doubt it. I think you're misremembering.
I think. Yeah.
You
They
read
should
about
also
it
have
in a
high.
book.
At the end of the year, they should give you a picture of everybody you went to school with together and put it in a book of the year,
Every year.
like a yearbook.
Like Facebook, but a book.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
traditional.
A Facebook.
Yeah.
That's where they get the name from.
Yeah. Oh, I get it.
So
People could
are people tweeting us? People, if you're listening out there,
They
make
probably
sure
gave up on us after
They're
that.
probably just like, okay, we don't know what these guys are talking. Piers Morgan, yawn.
I think Zoe's impression of like a mom from the Midwest, she actually
Yes,
looked
her. She was. That part was excellent, and they had the was it the chastity or what was it called?
decency strap.
The decency strap.
yeah,
a rubber band.
one finger, a million moms. That was great.
Yeah, which a reference, of course, to the Ellen DeGeneres controversy
Yeah,
with JCPenney, the Million Moms.
I didn't.
Just like-
What is that? I heard something about it.
Well,
I don't pay
JCPenney
attention.
announced Ellen DeGeneres was going to be their new spokesperson, and of course,
Oh,
Americans against
lesbians.
against lesbians were very upset at it.
I guess Americans for JCPenney against lesbians.
Right.
It's a small sect.
And they call themselves a
They're
million
angry.
moms, which of course they don't have a million moms. There's
No.
like 42,000 of them online.
Yeah.
And, I actually looked them up on Facebook, and there have been now so many anti 1 million mom groups that they don't even pop up as like the list. You can find like a million people against a million moms, a million JCPenney shoppers against a million moms. Like it's a whole laundry list. A million moms is not even listed when you type in a million moms.
Wow.
They've just been knocked off the top, whatever, 20.
Wow.
But
But they're
anyway,
angrier. So
somehow.
that's why they get more press.
Well, and you know, and the beneficiary of all of this, I think, is JCPenney, who's getting all this free publicity, and you know, is
Yeah, and it's dead water, and they've
progressive
moved on from it. They're like, we're keeping her, and it is what it
I
is.
thought I heard they're shutting JCPenney, shutting it down, but I heard they're going bankrupt or something. I'm just throwing out false
I
information.
think they got new management and they're restructuring, and I think this is kind of exclusive information our audience is looking for.
Yeah.
But I think they got a new
Department
CEO.
store.
Buy JCPenney stock.
They're doing a
Sell,
thing
sell.
called permanent sales now. So if you head down to your local JCPenney, they're not going to do sales anymore.
They're going to do what? Permanent
At
sale?
least as many. So they're going to do more of a permanent sale, like an everyday value kind of Walmart thing.
How the hell do you know this?
Again, IMDb Pro. I mentioned it on the last show.
Yeah.
There's no JCPenney stuff.
You like buying slacks.
JCPenney Pro, maybe. The internet is pretty as you would expect, is pretty divided on the Zooey Deschanel hosting, because basically, if you're a fan of hers, you know, you enjoy it and you think she's wonderful, and if you're not, you know, you think that she's kind of. I saw one tweet earlier that said something like, you know, Zooey Deschanel hosted SNL. Carmen was the musical guest. On behalf of white people everywhere, I apologize. You know, it's like, so people, I think, are kind of on the fence. But we get this every week, right? Channing Tatum, people are like, well, what's that, you know, big lug doing? You know, and, you know, what do you guys think? Should SNL be all things for all people, pulling people from different, or would you like to see them kind of maybe hone in on the people that focus on
going for the younger group for the past, at least, like we had Channing Tatum, we had Daniel Radcliffe, we had Emma Stone. Charles Barkley is the anomaly in that.
And that was just because of the NBC niche when they're pushing sports and the Super Bowl and the, you know, the championship games.
Yeah.
So he hosted the same week last year doing the same. So it's just a marketing thing
for
there.
the
I was trying to
station.
figure that out. I thought it was because they couldn't get celebrities to come to New York that second week in January. It was like, you want me to come when? No, I'll come in May. When
If
it's
you
nice.
watch all those championship games, all the advertisements are like, hey, watch SNL, Charles Barkley. He comes on the post-game show, and he's talking football.
just to plug
Yeah.
SNL and then cross promote once he's on SNL, then they
Exactly.
can run all the Super Bowl.
Exactly.
promos.
So
Smart NBC. That's why you make the big. That's why you're the number 5 network. That's right. Univision.
Univision.
So yeah, I mean, you know, I think it's pretty straightforward what we liked and what we didn't like. Right?
She's an
I
adder
think
to the
there's
show.
a-
I mean,
yeah.
you can say what you want about her, but she gets on the show and she adds something. She has a character. She's gonna make you laugh. Maybe
She's
not a lot.
multi-talented. She plays
Yeah.
music. She did dance. So of course, you know, the nice little, which we're kind of like, we're not crazy about, right? The artist sketch, the
Oh, Les Jeunes de Paris.
Les Jeunes de
sketch
Paris.
For the third time.
for the third time.
No
And you were
less.
saying that the Emma Stone retread, right? So what were the other? Because you said there
I
was
can't
some-
remember who was in the first one offhand, but the second one was Emma Stone, which I thought was a little better than the first one.
Right.
Had a little more sight gags going
Yeah,
on
yeah.
to make it funny. Very interesting avant-garde just to kind of watch. But then this one, they really infused the artist, and it kind of took away from it a little bit, but had its own niche because of the artist. And if you've seen the movie, it's a little bit more enjoyable to watch. And
Which was a nice little cameo by Academy Award nominee Jean Dujardin.
likely winner.
Likely winner. That's right. He just
Yeah.
won actually the BAFTA award last
wow.
night or earlier today. Don't know if it's I guess earlier today for Best Actor.
We'll see. That show could have been loaded with Oscar winners. You know, Kristen Wiig come in, and
That's
you know,
right.
him.
Yeah,
and
maybe
then
they'll do
obviously-
a. Actually, I wonder how his English is. So maybe they could have him host. I mean, it
Oh,
wouldn't
he's
be-
in classes right now, I bet. He's like,
he's in well, I know he did sign with CAA or William Morris or somebody. Naturally.
A couple nickels coming his way, I bet.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be. He'll be around for a while. That guy.
I will throw out really quick.
Go ahead.
Technology hump. I should have brought it up.
Right.
earlier.
Well, that's what I was
Hey,
saying. That's the
technology
other
hump.
one that was also the Emma Stone. Emma Stone did a similar one.
Yeah, brought it back.
yeah.
The cutie kind of hipster girl. Yeah. I don't know why I'm a sucker for those bits, but
I'm
maybe
a
it's-
sucker too. I don't think you're weird about that.
Okay.
And I think the girl who's going to take you on a lovely evening, or man,
Or man.
is going to be a fan of Technology Hump
Yeah.
too.
I think so.
We could bump our iPhones together.
You could so here we go now. This is an amazing contest that we're doing here. So here we go. Hashtag date with Graham High.
Yes.
You will win passes to see Ghost Rider 2.
What is the sub-
Spirit of Vengeance.
Spirit of Vengeance.
Which
Wow.
sounds mighty biblical.
I'm gonna be
so
a
it might
shill here and push it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are
Just
you
do
kidding
that.
me?
Yeah. No, this is real. We're
Wow.
doing this.
That's a $28 value.
Exactly. And if you don't, I mean, if you don't like it, you can sneak into another movie. We're gonna do the soundtrack to 654. How many 100 days of summer? 500 days of summer. 500 days
Wow.
of summer.
And that's included.
That's include. This is wicked. And here we go. And we're gonna sweeten the pot. And we're gonna
Burn
sweeten the
CD.
pot. Here we go.
Yeah.
And then we want you to
Sweeten.
bring a piece of technology.
Yeah.
And Graham High will also bring a random piece of technology,
yeah.
and then we'll technology hump, and we will film
Yeah.
it, and we
No.
will post it somewhere.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
Get
I
out
can't,
of
I can't
the
say that we're going to
universe.
post it on our AfterBuzz TV website
Yeah, we don't
because
wanna get in trouble.
something tells me AfterBuzz isn't actually going to sponsor this contest. But this is for our own personal benefit, just to see if this happens.
I feel
I
like,
like making out during movies.
I feel like it's already happening. And
You
Right.
guys, what are you guys doing? You want
Everybody,
Yeah, we got
everybody brings
technology.
something to the
You
table.
got your cell phone.
I'm gonna, you know
got
what, and
your,
I'm gonna burn that
laptop.
soundtrack right now.
I have
'cause
this
it's in my
lovely
iTunes.
AfterBuzz cup with a wave top.
Yeah.
So you could do some damage to the rim.
Yeah, what's that's right. Do some damage
Damage to
to the rim with Graham High. Do some damage to Graham High's rim.
My rim.
Rim
Yeah,
there's-
Graham
Hashtag.
High's damage. Hashtag.
I live a hard life.
Now let's not forget that there was also a musical guest,
yes.
Carmen. So once and for all, you're right. It was not the
It was-
'80s gospel, new age
Sensation, man.
sensation. This
So
is-
much
this is
more.
better.
It was
twice the
19
fun.
genres in one, and I
That's
loved
right.
every single one of them.
Okay,
I
so
gotta
did
say.
you? Here we go. So you enjoyed them?
I
Now,
really did.
had you heard of them before?
I had not.
Ah.
Brand new. I was excited to see it.
Okay.
Wow, that first song was. I liked it a lot. I thought it was
Yes.
really cool. Like I said, we mentioned it earlier.
Yes.
Obviously, the speed rap coming out of nowhere.
Right.
I was like, I dig it. Second song, I didn't like as much.
Because the novelty had worn off, or because
No, it was just I just didn't feel like it had as much legs.
Okay.
It seemed more like a sample song, really kind of weak hook.
Yes.
You know, with the guy coming in. He has a nice voice, but nothing too special.
Okay.
The first song had a lot of elements, a lot of great band
Yes.
elements. Chorus was really great. I liked her verses. I liked the rapping. I thought the rapping was a treat. I didn't see it coming. So the whole thing, the novelty and everything hit me. I
Okay.
really enjoyed it.
Graham High.
It was all right. It's not my bag.
Right.
It was cool though. She seems to me like a mix between Gwen Stefani and Nicki Minaj.
Yes.
Yeah, I got that totally same thing. I
Yes.
was like, this is No Doubt with spacesuits.
There you go.
That's what it felt
Space
like.
age, no doubt. Yeah, that's and that's so funny, right? To think that No Doubt now is
It's something
is.
you
like,
look
you know,
reference.
15 years ago now, or 17
Yikes.
years ago. was when that
17,
first-
95.
right?
Mhm. Tragic
not
Kingdom.
Tragic Kingdom. I'm like
Tragic
Possum
Kingdom.
Kingdom. That's
Hey, now that's a
Toadies,
song.
Right? Who's that? Who's Possum Kingdom?
Toadies.
Toadies, right? That is
Wow.
Toadies. Okay.
Wow, now we're pulling.
Now we're really going way back.
Now
No,
we're
no,
go
no,
doing
no.
grunge
esoteric.
era.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all. We're just about to be an esoteric here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Which actually, I wondered about that when I was like, okay, if we're going to talk about Whitney Houston, some of our listeners might not have been alive when Whitney Houston first
Yeah.
hit. And actually, she's been singing since '74, so she actually is older. She's
Wow.
been singing longer than we've been alive as well. But
She's singing with the angels now. Moment of silence. Jeez, I stunned
Full
you
stop.
guys.
Hey
I
guys,
feel. Am I supposed to feel guilty?
regarding what you were saying about Carmen and where
Yeah.
she got her exposure,
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
around 57 million YouTube hits
Oh,
for
yeah.
the Chris Brown song "Look at Me Now." So that was 57 million hits, and that's kind of what got her, the exposure. That's the girl. So you recognized her.
Okay, so I have seen her. I did not see her on that YouTube
well, it's
video.
the two of them. It's the two of them. It's
In the
him at
YouTube video?
Yes, it's him at the keyboards, and she's right
Okay.
next to him singing.
I saw them on Ellen because I remember her
Yes.
doing the "Look at
That's-
Me Now" thing, and
Yes.
then she was speed rapping then too.
Yes.
she just had a little bit more of an outfit going on. Ellen was much more subdued and ladylike. This was
Well, Ellen's daytime television, and this is SNL.
this is hot pants television.
This is hot.
That's what we
pants.
are learning.
Hot pants.
She
And I
seemed
was-
too nice to be that much of a bad egg.
Really, even when she went down and did that crab thing when she'd rap.
I mean,
you know?
she had
she'd
a
like
presence,
get her legs
but
on low.
yeah, no.
Well, look,
she did
she's
good.
at the beginning. Sorry to cut you off. She's
No,
at the
I don't.
beginning of her career. So
Yeah.
we're talking. This might have been the anti Lana Del Rey. This might have been like we're gonna kind of overcompensate. They were probably really excited. They're like, you're not gonna call us out on not being
Yeah.
high energy. So you're right. You
Yeah,
can see
totally.
that it's not perfectly choreographed moves. You could see that she's really. Yeah, I actually kind of likened it, and this is kind of I feel it's the American Idol effect, where it's like now we've seen so many good singers, so many good dancers. America's Got Talent, so you think you can dance.
Yeah.
The thing on 30 Rock, so you think your kid can sing. America's Kids Got Sing.
Right.
Like we have so many incarnations of that that our standards have really gone up, right? We're now, especially with YouTube, now we're used to seeing like 7-year-old does Michael Jackson. So
Oh, totally.
So it's it's a different thing now. So I appreciate that she put forth the effort because. Like you, I wasn't crazy about the music, but it was cool. She was energetic. They were entertaining.
Yeah.
And they're not going to be accused. And once again, we talked about how Lana Del Rey, in addition to her subpar singing on that particular episode, she's a good singer, that her lack of performance vibe kind of strengthened the argument against her. Whereas if you don't sing well, but you put on a great show, I mean, how many pop music acts can't sing worth a damn? And are out there killing it, dance-wise, and putting on a show, and that's what it's about, right? It's show business. So these kids, this is their chance. 5 million YouTube hits, on Ellen, and now the biggest stage probably of their careers thus far. This is their chance to go for it.
Yeah.
Give them hours of training with a choreographer and a tour manager and all that, and they'll be fine. But I certainly appreciated the fact that they went for it.
Yeah.
Whereas Lana Del Rey was kind of, the shrinking violet that she's still catching flack for. She postponed her tour as a result of this. So, and that's it. We're not going to talk about Lana Del Rey every week from here on
Unless
out.
Lana Del Rey wants to talk to me directly.
That's right. Unless Lana Del Rey wants to
hashtag.
swing. Hashtag date with Graham High.
That's right.
Lana Del Rey. All right. So we're going to go to a commercial
He'll
real
make you
quick.
sing.
And when we go, I'll make you say, oh, no. All right, so we're going to come back in a moment. We're going to talk some gossip, some predictions, and some really cool stuff coming up, including next week's host. All right, take us away. Thank you.
AfterBuzz TV.
Hi, I was once like you, a lazy, angry loner whose only joy was watching TV and surfing the net. And like you, after I'd see one of my favorite TV shows, I'd be so excited and have so many questions that I'd actually have to talk to my douchebag coworkers about it at the water cooler. Then I discovered AfterBuzzTV.com. AfterBuzz TV produces after-show webcasts and podcasts for TV series of all kinds, like post-game wrap-up shows for all your favorite TV shows. AfterBuzz TV hosts are industry insiders who break down episodes of shows, take calls from fans, and interview cast and crew from each series, with over 60 different after shows, from Boardwalk Empire to American Idol to Vampire Diaries to Real Housewives, and more. Now, after a night of TV, I can ignore my stupid coworkers, who I hate, and go straight to my desk and watch or listen to all my favorite AfterBuzz TV after shows, and have all the TV fan interaction I need. Thank you, AfterBuzz TV.
AfterBuzz TV. What do you want to buzz about? AfterBuzz TV News.
Coming in live. Hello. We're back, folks. Wow, we got a lot of no tweets thus far,
Little angry.
folks. Come on. Well, a lot of people don't listen to us live, so if you podcast, make sure date with Graham High hashtag so that we can.
I could
so
do
you can
multiple
seriously-
dates. I could see Ghost Rider multiple times.
All right.
I could copy that CD.
I'll copy the CD.
So one of the
Yeah,
dates will
Wi-Fi.
be copying the CD.
Yep.
You guys can do it together.
Spread it out.
You know, you do calligraphy together.
That's cool.
Yeah. So my question is this: the digital shorts. What has happened to them?
They
'Cause
disappeared.
Is Tech Hump? Because Tech Hump is not technically a digital short.
No.
Although we see Andy Samberg in there.
They've been doing
What has happened?
Verizon. They did the commercial. That's not.
Oh, that's right.
You know.
What was it? Verizon confusing as hell for old people or something?
Yeah,
Was it-
exactly. Well done bit, but not overly hilarious. But that's obviously it's still not a digital short bit. It's just kind of their routine pre-filmed material.
Right. So what do you guys think? Who speculates?
Maybe look
Or
it up.
could you-
Andy Samberg, is he writing something? Is he busy with something? That's kind of his shtick. You see
Doesn't
digital
say.
short, and he's got his hands all over it.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I'm thinking digital shorts is Lonely Island. So maybe if the other two guys, if Jorma and
Akiva?
are off doing something else, maybe.
If they're making, I loved Hot Rod. I'm a big fan.
Are you a
of
big Hot Rod fan?
I
Yeah?
love Hot Rod.
Okay.
If they- yeah.
Babe! Yeah.
Been drinking green tea all day. Been going to church. I
So
feel like
Hot
there's
Rod
too many
2?
cuss words. Something like that, man. I would love that if they were working. Because, I mean, all the digital shorts were those three guys doing it. And they've had a couple Samberg, type, Sambergian, like the Tech Comp. And what was it last week? The Downton Abbey seemed in the vein of digital shorts,
Yeah,
but it's
yeah.
not an official digital short. So kind of get it out there, but maybe they've got to be putting something together.
Yeah.
They are. I mean, I don't see anything on their IMDb, so if they are, they're working on something in secret, or at least something that has
Is that IMDb Pro?
It's not. Oh, here we go. Neighborhood Watch. There we go. That's
Is
what
that
they're
like
working
Ben
on.
Stiller and
That is
Vince Vaughn?
That is. And who else? One more. Come on.
Eddie Murphy?
No, Eddie. That's
Eddie Murphy.
Tower.
Ain't no donkey in this.
That's good. That's your Eddie Murphy.
Jack Black?
I just did it for the first time.
Eddie Murphy. We could do a 48 hours reunion. I can be Nick Nolte.
Come on, Shrek.
Reggie. Yeah, and with Jonah Hill. So maybe that's what
Jonah
they're
Hill.
working on. They're doing post-production on that. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe Akiva's
Could
working
be. That's
on.
probably their biggest project by about 1 billion miles. So
Yeah,
I'd be focusing on that too. 'Cause
Will
that's kinda-
Forte's on there.
Yes, please.
Wow, Will Forte.
I miss Will Forte.
Hey, he's in Santa
MacGruber.
Monica. If you go hang out, I've seen him a couple times.
Is
All
he?
right.
All right. Will
Yeah.
Forte, come on through.
Goes to Whole Foods.
Well, next time you see him, ask him to come on the show.
I think
Just
I should.
follow him home, and then right when he's
I
about to go
should.
inside his house, be like,
Yeah.
"Hey, Will." Right, we can do that. That's a lot.
Want to be on the radio?
I think I'm
On
gonna
the
lead with
internet.
the contest date. I'd be like hashtag Date with Grandma. Oh my God, that's you.
Yeah.
And then just
Be like, we
Yeah,
haven't gotten
push
your
him.
entry in the hashtag date with Graham High, but we fully expect. Yeah, and then the other bit of news, which I guess could also be maybe our predictions, is Maya Rudolph, who is hosting next week, does a I was gonna say does a killer Whitney Houston. I'm not gonna say that.
Oh,
even though I
wow.
just did. Does an amazing Whitney Houston impression, and so that's now one sketch that's out the window.
Yeah.
So
real quick, did you catch the Whitney tribute during?
Yes, that's right. There was
Yeah.
there was a picture of her
The single frame with Molly
Mary,
Shannon.
Yeah, it's Mary Catherine Gallagher.
Yeah.
From '96, I
Oh,
believe.
wow.
Yeah. Great episode. I remember that episode
Do you?
fondly.
Yeah?
Great
Who-
episode.
do you
I was
remember who's the-
12.
Who's
I was
Really?
eating Papa John's. Just got to Colorado at that time.
you were
so
staying up late and
That's right.
Nice.
enjoying the night.
Just a
Can I
nice
say?
quiet night in with Molly Shannon and
Thinking
Whitney.
of 16 years later, if I could go on a date with Pearson Eyes, bring my world
You know what?
around.
This is going to be our date. I don't
gonna
think
be-
if nobody
Yeah,
signs
yeah.
up for it, I think we're going to have to do this.
That's gonna
ourselves.
I think we will.
Yeah.
But you know what? Their loss, as my mom says. Their loss.
No.
Well, if there are any
that's
like
not
my
why you're-
ex-girlfriends
but,
that
no.
call, everyone's gonna tweet me months after it's over. Everyone's gonna be like, "Listen, I messed up."
For the rest of your life, as people listen to the podcast, they're gonna be trying to tweet it in and be like, "No, that contest ended,
Yeah,
man."
Twitter doesn't even exist anymore. That was 1,000 years ago.
They're going to be sending you mental telepathy. You're going to be like, "What? Somebody wants a date with me." You're going to text. You're going to
Yeah,
telepath back. Be like, "That contest is over."
we're predicting the future. I feel like we have some clairvoyance.
AfterBuzz TV, we are going to be obsolete in about 6 months because we're going to come up with our new super technology.
Exactly.
That's
Intravenous after show.
And there we go. See,
Your AfterBuzz TV.
how did Ron know? You knew that we wanted to go straight into predictions. So Maya Rudolph, former SNL cast member, and Sleigh
Yes.
Bells. So you're saying Sleigh Bells? Sleigh Bells is kind of this like crazy dance punky kind of band. They're
Into
really
it.
high energy
I'm into it.
and
I'm
really
sold.
crazy. Even faster than that. They go. They're fast.
What's the over/under on they do something that's stupid or awesome? Is that
Oh, I
5 to
don't
1?
know. Five-
I want to see something rememberable,
We do what?
remarkable, and memorable. Rememberable.
Remarkable.
Remarkable.
Yeah, well, you suggested the tearing up of the Pope again. It's like something else, like a burning of a.
I think they're going to wear sunglasses while they're performing. That's pretty rebellious.
Wow. We
That's
should take.
not
I think you take your bet. I'm going to say no sunglasses.
Okay.
know?
All right. No, that's all right.
I'm
Graham,
going to say
your whole life is going to be bets,
Yeah.
wagers, and
Yeah,
dares.
exactly. And I will raise the stakes
Yeah.
one. I bet they don't have a pair of sleigh bells.
Oh.
You might be right because sleigh
Well,
bell season
that's-
is over.
Yep. And I don't think they have the guts. So if you're listening to sleigh bells, have the
lis-
guts. Bring sleigh bells on there. Bon Iver had 2 microphones. I can't get over it.
That's right. We love that.
I love
for
it.
some reason.
I want to have 3 microphones. Just put this whole microphone game on its head.
Sleigh bells is
Should be a politician then.
It's
Just
a
always
guy-
have press conferences.
It's a guy and a girl.
Yeah, with those like the octopus of mics.
Sleigh
I
bells
think
is
it's
a guy
another
and a
duo.
girl. I
Yeah,
didn't
it's
know
another
that.
duo.
Wow.
This guy and a girl thing's taken off.
It's the wave of the future. Apparently, we're gonna have to get one in here.
We should get Carmen together with sleigh bells. Then you have like a Fleetwood Mac thing with the 2 couples.
That's right.
Just really bridging the gap of all music genres here.
Oh, here we go. Trevor Kelly on Twitter posts or tweets. He says Lana Del Rey now sleigh bells. You have to wonder if anyone outside of Silver Lake or Brooklyn watches the musical guests on SNL anymore. So nice one, Trevor. So what do you guys think, Maya Rudolph? What do you think we're going to see? What are some of her characters that we're going to?
We mentioned before. I mean, there's going to be a slew of just a bunch of people.
She's got
from the back.
Cameos.
Oh, you think cameos? You're going to see some other cast members?
Out the caboose. Out the caboose. You know it. It's going to be all her cohorts. Tina Fey is probably going to be there.
That'd be nice.
Amy Poehler's probably going to be
would be
there.
nice.
I'd love to see a throwback like an Anna Gasteyer or a Molly Shannon.
That's
I'd
right.
love. Sherry O'Terry's been kind of MIA when they've been
who's not
going to
be on there? Victoria Jackson.
Okay, because
Oh man,
Have you guys been following her?
no, I haven't.
If you can, check out, there was a Miami Times or whatever the LA Weekly Village Voice of Miami is. She has now become, I mean, you see her all the time on the news. She's become this hardcore conservative. Like
really?
Yeah, like insane. Like that she's like, Obama is a Muslim. And she's like crazy, like lives out of her car.
What?
Really?
Read it. I'm going to send you guys a link. It's hysterical because she's always on these like crazy right-wing shows saying, Obama is a, Kenyan bisexual socialist from.
Where's Jan Hooks in this? Jan Hooks, save her.
Jan Hooks was recently.
man.
I saw her in Curb Your Enthusiasm. Was in an episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm
was,
this year.
yeah.
She was dating Larry in one of the episodes.
Yeah, it was fun to see her actually.
So maybe we'll get the women of SNL.
But yeah, I hope so. Maybe maybe one of the fellas too.
Get somebody on here. So feel free to
get her
tweet us.
husband on there.
Feel free to get back at us. We will be back next week with the SNL AfterBuzz TV podcast for SNL, hosted by Maya Rudolph. Sleigh Bells will be the musical guest. By all means, tweet us. Make sure you get in touch with us. I am at Cinemario, CINEMARIO. You can link me on Facebook. You can do all that exciting stuff. You guys have anything to plug?
I still got my stand-up thing at Flappers in Burbank if you're available. That's February 23rd, 7:30. Yoo-hoo Room.
All right, we will be there.
Being awesome.
Graham?
I've just been living a lot of life lately, but you can still follow my
And be a part of that
rarely
life.
updated- Yeah.
Let's
Get in on GrahamsLife.com.
Yeah.
No, I am GrahamHigh.com.
I've seen
I'm
it. It looks
Graham
great
High.
from the window, your life. So
Yeah.
We got to talk about that. We got to talk about boundaries after the show. guys.
you're right.
I'm not wearing pants.
Super Ron in the booth. Thank you so much for helping
Thank
us
you,
out.
Ron.
Thank you. I am Mario with Graham, with Matthew. Thank you so much for listening, and tell all your friends about us. Okay,
Yeah.
check us out.
Let's
We have
definitely
all
do.
the
We're having a
shows.
lot of fun,
guys.
so they better be joining us.
That's
'cause-
right. We want you guys to call in. We want you to tweet us.
Yeah.
We want this to be interactive. So by all means, let us know what you think of the show, of this show, and of course of SNL. We will see you next week after Buzz TV.
when we're giving away a car.
That's right. We're giving away a car, so tune in next week.
From producers Kevin Undergaro and Phil Svitek, engineer DJ Jesse Janity, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. If you have questions or comments, be sure to buzz us at info@AfterBuzzTV.com. And you can find us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter by searching for AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz
See you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.